Welcome back to Market Fatafat right here on ET Now, and onto the show let me welcome Kunal Parar as one of our technical experts. And Kunal, hi, very good afternoon. Great afternoon looking in for the markets, and we will be watching out for all the stocks that are making it to your list. And the first stock that you're tracking, Kunal, I believe is Adani Ports. And help us understand that how are you looking at this particular counter on the technical front, because I believe it is also a good day coming in for this particular stock as well.
Yes, actually on a daily chart, this stock looks very attractive. Right now trading at 1268. It has given a breakout of its rectangle formation as well, and right now trading above its 150 MA on early chart, even on 200 MA on early chart. So trend has just changed to up from downside momentum. And if you talk about even the momentum indicator, then even it is trading above its 50 marks. So stock looks very attractive in terms of daily and weekly chart. One can get into the stock at present level. Right now stock is trading at 1268. And if you talk about SL side, then the downside SL comes at 1200 level. And if you talk about target side, the way stock has been trading on a daily chart, I think we may see a first target at 1320. And if stock breaks these 1320, then only upside momentum would be there up to the level of 1410. So one can expect somewhere around 10 to 11% of return from this counter from the present level.
Okay, so those are the levels to watch out for Adani Ports. Let's move on from that. And Rabindra, Prestige Estates is the stock that you've picked out for our viewers. Tell us what's the view when it comes to Prestige Estates in terms of news flow. Why have you made it? Why has it made it to your list today?
Well, Prestige Estates in focus, where company has announced its Q4 operational update, where they say that the company's new sale was at 6,957 crore, marking a 48% year-on-year growth, which was driven by strong customer response to launches and premium offering. And the sales volume stood at 4.4 million square feet, which is an increase of 9% year-on-year basis, which reflect a healthy absorption. And the total units sold during the quarter was stood at 2,301. And the average realization of apartment, villas and commercialized properties was 15,524 per square foot, representing a 25% year-on-year growth. And the collection for the quarter was at 3,155 crore, which represents a 9% decline year-on-year basis. And the stock is up by 1.5%.
Alright, thank you so much, Ravinda, for highlighting why today Prestige Estate is in focus. But Kunal, the next stock that is making to your list is Axis Bank, already one of the strong movers within the private banking space. But which are the next levels that you're looking out for?
Exactly. If you talk about Axis Bank, the way stock has been trading on a daily chart, since last 3 days, we have been witnessing magnificent return in the counter, and even from the present level, we may see some good upside momentum in the counter. Stock has already given a breakout of its, cup and formation. It has been trading over 100 and 200 MA on early chart. Not only this, even the weekly chart looks very attractive. So, we may see a good upside momentum from the present level. Right now, stock is trading at 1192. One can get into the stock at present level. Downside support comes at 1120, and if you talk about upper side level, then the way stock has been trading on a daily chart, I think 1250 would be the first target. And if stock plays, if stock breaks this level, then further upside would be there up to the level of 1350. So even from this stock, one can expect somewhere around 12 to 13% of return in upcoming trading session. So yes, Axis Bank looks very attractive with strict stop loss of 1120.
Okay, so that's the levels to watch out for an Axis Bank. Gaurav, coming to you, HDFC Life is the stock that you've picked out for us, an earnings candidate to watch out for. Tell us what are we expecting when it comes to this counter?
Well, yes, when we talk about HDFC Life, we will get to see their Q4 results just today. And when we talk about the numbers, we have already seen that in the monthly updates, we have already seen HDFC Life growing at around 14% in terms of AP, and in terms of the individual AP, the HDFC Life has also gained the market share. But when it comes to numbers for Q4, now the street is expecting company to continue the same trend. They are expecting AP growth somewhere in the range of around 14% for Q4. And on the other hand, when we talk about VNB margins, that are expected to expand almost by 30 basis points. In terms of the absolute VNB number, they are expecting 15% growth, and there are certain reasons why they believe that HDFC Life can come up with a good set of number. First of all, when we talk about the peers, we have already seen actually peers reporting good VNB margins, and that is the reason why they are building in a bullish view. On the other hand, when we talk about HDFC Life, the product portfolio already has non-par products, which is actually a strong franchisee in terms of HDFC Life, and that is the reason when we talk about the overall market scenarios, they're expecting HDFC Life to deliver good set of numbers. Definitely, FY26 commentaries are something to be watched out for as how HDFC Life sees the number, because we've already seen the AP growth for the entire sector has been below 15% for the last few quarters, but definitely on the back of the strong updates we're watching out on HDFC Life.
Well, very valid point highlighted there, Gaurav, that some of its peers have already seen great set of numbers, and the street is penciling in a good set, but definitely the commentary is to be watched out for. The stock turns out to be really volatile when the numbers hit the bourses. But Kunal, sticking with this life insurance space, SBI Life is actually one of the stocks you are tracking on the technical front. Help us understand that now this stock is very close to that 1600 mark. How are you looking at this particular stock?
Well, stock looks very attractive on a daily chart. Even we have witnessed some positive divergence on indicator front. Not only this, if you talk about the weekly chart, and stock has been trading in a strong uptrend, and recently took the support of its 1390 level. And even if you talk about its past history, stock took the support of the same, and afterward it went up to the level of 1900. So we can expect some replicate momentum in the counter from the present level. Stock is trading at 1590, and stock is trying to give a breakout of its previous bottom, which was placed at 1550. So definitely this stock looks very attractive for upcoming trading session. One can get into the stock at present level. Right now stock is trading at 1590, and downside support comes, if you talk about support line, and downside support comes at 1530. If you talk about target size, first target comes at 1635, and if stock breaks this level, then 1710 would be there. So 7 to 8% of return that we can expect from this counter. SBI Life looks very attractive on a daily chart.
Alright, let's watch out for SBI Life, but let's shift focus to the cement pack now, because that is seen to be building on gains, moving up strongly, because Nuvama has come out with a note highlighting the price trend in the cement space, because do remember that this is one of the sectors which becomes very newsy on the back of the price hikes and what kind of a price trend that is shaping in the industry. And Nuvama is highlighting that in the month of April itself, the companies have locked in an increase, or rather the markets have seen an increase across the region. And South India region is one of the leaders in when it comes to the price hikes, followed by the east, central, northern and western part of the country. Now the dealers expect a partial rollback of the price hike towards the end of April 2025, but this is indeed surprising. Why so? Because in the month of March, all these dealers were highlighting that the price hikes actually have already been taken on the back of the financial year end, but in the month of April they could be rolled back. But the trend is suggesting the opposite trend. Price hikes yet again taken by the companies in the month of April, but now there's a possibility that some slight rollback could happen maybe in the second half. So let's watch out for that. But on this particular news flow, the leaders, or rather the cement players, because after a lot of consolidation that we have already seen in this particular sector, they are definitely in focus, and we are highlighting two of the leaders in this particular space. Case in point being Grasim, Ultratech, they are seen to be gaining. And let's also watch out for some of the players that have significant presence in the southern part of the country. So on the back of this report, the cement counters are indeed in focus.
Okay, cement sector in focus on the back of this report. But let's move on from cement and talk about autos now. Kunal, you've picked out M&M for us. It's had a stellar run over the last 1 year. Year-to-date basis, however, we've seen some correction kick in now, and 13% lower. Last 1 month it's been flat. Last 6 months we've seen a cut coming in of almost 10% on the stock as well. What's the outlook on the charts going ahead? Do you believe that this correction that we've seen is the worst for the stock right now, and now there are only good days ahead? Or do you believe that this consolidation could last for a little while longer for M&M? Kunal, I believe you'll have to unmute yourself, please.
Yes, definitely. Stock has been trading in a consolidation form since last many days. If you talk about particularly then since June 2024, stock has been trading in a consolidation form. Recently, stock is trading near to its strong support of the lower band of the consolidation. So we might see some kind of bounce back from the present level. Not only this, during the last week, stock formed bullish Marufuji candlesticks, which is a bullish reversal formation with the help of its lower band. The tactical formation. So classic bullish reversal formation is there. Not only this, if we talk about its ongoing ongoing portfolio of SUV, XUV, and EVs, so very strong compared to others EV players in the market. So it has some positive impact during upcoming trading session in the counters. So one can get into the stock at present level. Right now, stock is trading at 2662. Downside as of now, downside strong support comes at 2400. And if you talk about target size, the stock has been the way stock has been trading on a daily chart. I think we may see good upside momentum up to the level of 2860. And if stock breaks this 2860, then further upside would be there up to the level of 3200. So pretty good upside momentum that we can witness somewhere around 90 to 20% from the present level. So M&M looks.
Okay, so that's the take coming in on M&M. Let's move on and talk about two stocks that were in some pressure yesterday, but we've had a development coming in on both of these counters. So let's see how they rank today. Zydus Life has come back to the green. Lupin, however, continues to trade flat with a very mild negative bias. And Zydus Life and Lupin, remember yesterday they faced a legal setback in the United States where the two Indian pharma companies lost a patent litigation against a case concerning the mirabegron drug, which is a generic equivalent of mirbetriq, a drug which is used to treat overactive bladder. The US federal court ruled in favor of Astellas Pharma, the original developer of the mirbetriq drug, upholding the validity of the patent. The ruling would be viewed as a negative development for Lupin and Zydus, as it effectively blocks their ability to market the drug, this generic drug in the US. JM Financial earlier in the day said that Zydus Life may have to pay anywhere between 16 and 22 billion rupees in damages, and for Lupin this has been estimated to be anywhere between 5 and 8 billion rupees, that's 500 to 800 crore rupees. And we're also getting an update from Zydus Life just an hour or so ago, where they've said that they will continue to market the mirabegron generic drug in the US. This is what we're getting from Informist, and they're also saying that they will be evaluating legal options on this generic, and no ongoing negotiations are there for settling the mirabegron case right now. So that's the word coming in from Zydus Life. That has made a jump to the green right now, almost 1%. Lupin, however, continues to trade rather flat with a very slight negative bias.
All right, let's watch out for both of these names. But other than that, DLF within the real estate bag, that stock is in focus. But Gaurav, tell us what's the news flow and why such a move?
Now entered into a definitive master framework agreement with Srijan Realty Private Limited and its subsidiary company for the sale of its IT SEZ, which comprises freehold land parcel measuring around 26 acres, which is situated in Calcutta, along with the constructed building, namely DLF Tech Park, with a gross usable area of around 10 lakh square feet and the consideration of around 690 crore rupees. Now the transaction is made as a part of a business strategy to generate revenue, improve cash flow, and which result in increasing shareholders' value. Now the turnaround, when we talk about the business itself, for Calcutta's IT SEZ business, it is sold for around 86.3 crore rupees in FY24. And on back of this, when we talk about this transaction, it is also going to be a little bit of positive move for DLF, and that is the reason when we talk about stock performance also, it is up in trade almost 2%. So definitely on the back of the positive move coming up from the company, watching out on DLF.
Okay, so that's the take coming in on why DLF is in focus today from the real estate space. Kunal, coming to you for Eternal, erstwhile known as Zomato. This is a stock that you've picked out. Top nifty gainer in today's trade, however, been a little shaky over the last couple of months. What's the outlook going ahead?
Well, if you talk about Eternal, the way stock has been trading on a daily chart, stock has given a breakout of its, falling wedge formation on a daily chart, which is a bullish reversal formation. Not only this, stock is trying to give a breakout of its, intermediate top as well, which was placed at 222 level. And but obviously, stock has been trading above all its long-term moving averages. So the trend is up for the time being, and we have also witnessed some kind of positive divergence on the front of RSI. So all this situation goes in favor of creating a long position only in the counter. One can get into the stock at 234. Right now, stock is trading at 234. Downside, the strong support comes at 218. And if you talk about the target size, the way stock has been trading, the first target comes at 246. And if stock breaks this level, then further upside would be there up to the level of 266. So again, 13 to 14% of return that we can expect from this counter. So one can get into the stock with strict stop loss of 218.
All right, certainly great moves coming in on Eternal, but maybe taking cues from that, even Swiggy is buzzing trade. But with this, would like to thank all of you, Ashish earlier, Kunal, as well as Gaurav and Ravinder for joining us on the show and help us highlighting all the counters that are buzzing in trade right now. Moving on, viewers, Digit.in, India's #1 tech website, has solidified its dominance in the technology publishing space, securing the top position with 10.1 million unique users, outpacing competitors including TOI Gadgets Now, NDTV Gadgets, 360 and 91 Mobiles Tech, amongst others.
If you like this video, then like, share and subscribe to ET Now.